Alien life form. Looks like it's been dead a long time. Fossilized. Looks like it's growing out of the chair. Bones are bent outward. Like he exploded from the inside.
Welcome to Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest, the weekly podcast where movie enthusiasts, ex-movie theater projectionists, new and old friends take the time to talk about a movie that we just watched and answer that very question, should or shouldn't you watch this? We're continuing our special 12-part movie review breakdown of the Alien and Predator franchise in chronological order. Well, at least what we feel like is the chronological order.
It might be debate. There might be some debate, but this is the order we're doing it in.
Yeah,
we're trying.
We're doing our very best to find.
It's been awesome doing it this way so far.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's really good. I think there are probably other ways to do it, but the way we started is really good.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Chris Compton. Let's get into our review and breakdown of part 3 of our series with Alien from 1979.
The sound is so sick. Sorry to talk over the trailer. It's so good.
This is the first time I've had the trailer live.
To the crew of the commercial vessel Nostromo, a word of warning. A word of warning.
It just says it like 6 times.
A word of warning.
Can you imagine seeing
Coming
this?
this summer to a theater near you.
This doesn't feel like the movie felt, honestly.
No, that felt
so
like
fast-paced.
Yeah, well, there was a couple other trailers. The classic trailer is they're showing this like reptilian kind of skin, and then the camera's panning over it, and you see the horizon of something, but it's black. And then it pans out, and there's like an egg, but not like the egg in the movie because they hadn't.
They like made it before they designed the egg.
I think they made it before, and then there's like this weird little crack in the egg, and then light like bursts out of it, and there's no other than that. There's nothing.
You
no
can't
like
use that
talking.
on the podcast.
Yeah, there's no talking, and then at the very end, there's like really small type that says, "No one," or in space, "No one can hear you scream," and then
That's a famous line.
So that would have been really good on the podcast. So, joining me today is recurring guests Angry Dane and Dr. Dare. Welcome aboard the commercial towing vehicle Nostromo.
Yes.
Thanks, Popcorn Priest.
I'm excited to be here. Ryan, I don't know, his face always looks moderately.
I'm super excited. You just can't tell.
He just ate a delicious donut.
I think this motherfucker's a robot. I think he's about to force us to go investigate some shit that's going to kill us.
He's one of the Ash or Bishop or one of the other biomechanical humans.
Yeah. With that milk blood.
Oh, jeez. So the description for this one: after a space merchant vessel receives an unknown transmission as a distress call. That's debatable.
They don't know that at first, right?
True,
Sorry.
yeah. One of the crew is attacked by a mysterious life form, and they soon realize that its life cycle has merely begun. Directed by Ridley Scott, the GOAT. Top billed stars Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt, John Hurt, and also Mr. Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah, dude.
The younger version of
this dude's had the ring for too long. He's a real jerk.
Yeah. Runtime of 1 hour, 57 minutes, rated R. Genre on Rotten Tomatoes says sci-fi horror compared to IMDb horror sci-fi. What do you guys think about that?
You got to do sci-fi first or on a effing spaceship.
Yeah, it's not horror sci-fi. Rotten Tomatoes got it right again.
Yeah. 200, that's weird.
It's not. This is like debunking my reason why I put it on the podcast, because they're always wrong, but now they're
Usually
always
it's
right.
terrible. With Rambo, it was terrible.
Yeah, there was a couple where it was just action, and that was the best. Mm-hmm. But Rating from IMDb. Can you guess the rating from 803,000 reviews from IMDb?
8.7.
Very close.
8.3.
Closer, 8.4, which is super high. I've been doing this for 70 plus episodes, and to get in the sevens is really good. If you're even high sixes, it's probably a really good movie. Most likely.
Worth watching.
But in the eights and the nines, like Lord of the Rings is like 8.9.
Yeah.
So like this is a great movie.
Yep.
According to IMDb.
And according to us.
We'll describe it here in a minute.
Yeah.
But Rotten Tomatoes gives it this is from 126 critics. Can you guess the rating?
92.
Close. 98%.
Jeez.
And I feel like the ratings, or the critic rating is low. 126 people have reviewed Alien. Like this is like the quintessential.
Yeah, but Rotten Tomatoes didn't exist.
Yeah, but these are a conglomerate. Like it's over
It's
time.
retroactive.
Yeah, like I could, if I was a classified critic, I could put another review on there and would add to the, because I think there was a movie recently that was like Citizen Kane that was at 100% for like a billion years, and then some idiot went on and made it go down to 99. And it was this big thing, and it's like, whatever. So I don't know. I just felt like it was a low amount of critic ratings. But from the audience on Rotten Tomatoes, it's 250,000 audience ratings. They gave it a 94. So pretty high. On $11 million budget, this made a worldwide box office haul of $87 million.
This only cost $11 million?
Yeah. And I get into it a little bit more in the trivia, but Ridley Scott was bored waiting to start and to get the green light. So he did all the storyboards himself.
It's like unfunded.
And he's just spent the downtime doing it. And then he showed it to the executives, and they went from like a $4.5 million budget to an $11 million budget just on his preparation and storyboards. He's an amazing artist. Like he does all of his own storyboards.
His pitch for this is super famous too, for like, less is more, because all he said was like Jaws in space, and that's what sold the whole thing.
Correct.
I think you said that the last time you said that. That's the epitome of what this is. It's about less is more. I mean, that's perfect.
And I don't know, we'll probably get more into this later, but these older movies, them not showing the creature as much, it's better.
It's way better.
Yeah, I realized they didn't have CGI, but like it just like Signs.
Well, like
Signs didn't show it till the end. That movie was crazy.
the whole design mantra of just because you can doesn't mean you should totally applies to these movies.
Yeah,
Correct. And a lot of times in these older movies too, they had sometimes budget constraints or time constraints, and so they had to make do.
They made you use your imagination,
and
man.
then they figured and solved those problems instead of
Yeah.
just throwing money at the problem. So
Yeah.
it's really awesome.
Your imagination's way scarier than what they're going to show you.
This is the first one that I think my imagination didn't do it justice. The design of this alien is terrifying. It's really weird and bulbous and awesome.
Yeah.
So I didn't imagine anything this cool. The tail, I mean, the alien's design is
It's
perfect.
unmatched. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Back to box office haul. Sorry, I didn't get this out, but it's impressive that this made $87 million compared to Prometheus, which made $126 million. But the difference was back in 79, it ran on 757 theaters versus 3,442 theaters. So the modern day megaplexes out there didn't exist. And so I just think it's impressive.
It's a great movie.
Where to watch this right now? The only place that I could find at the time of this recording to stream it for free is IMDb TV, which I didn't know was a thing. And you can stream it with ads or just buy the 4K version. That's what I would recommend. Now to the most awesome section in podcasting. Should or shouldn't you watch this? 5 reasons why you should watch this. Number 1, if you like sci-fi and you're a fan of Ridley Scott, you should watch this. 2, if you like horror done in the best way, you should watch this. Already mentioned by Angry Dane. If you liked Jaws and you want to see that in space, this is for you.
Haunted.
Number 4, if you want to see the genesis of the female protagonist, and in my opinion, the very best in that category, can you guys name a better female protagonist than Ripley?
Beatrix Kiddo.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
I don't know.
No, that's
She is good. I mean, that.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
good.
that's a great.
I couldn't
one.
think of like other. I mean, that's a great one, but I couldn't think of anything that's as good as Sigourney Weaver's
For
portrayal.
you to
of
just
her.
pull that out of your ass, that's actually an incredible. There's a lot of parallels. Like that's a great one.
Yeah,
I wrote a college paper on
Oh
Beatrix
my
Kiddo.
God,
That's why that's
bro.
stored in there.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Can I read that?
About
I bet
being a
that'd be
female
awesome.
protagonist. Yeah. Anyway.
that's dope.
I didn't go to college, so I don't have any smart things.
You make our ship go. You're smart.
I think women hurt alien good.
I just felt like her acting, the way she portrayed the character, was just so natural. Like she took charge when she needed to, and even the guy who was the captain of the ship was, pretty spineless and like, I don't know, it's just really awesome. And I don't think they do it very good. Maybe another one that comes to mind is Sarah Connor from Terminator.
Yeah, Sarah Connor had the Terminator as a main character too.
True.
Ripley holds it down on her own. So
Yes.
I mean, I love Sarah Connor, but
Yeah.
Was this one of the first like horror movies where the woman is the main? Like, I don't know the history enough, but in your research, Popcorn Priest, was that kind of groundbreaking at the time?
Yeah, I mean, to give you an idea, they did, and I'll get into this a little bit more, but they did some test screenings, and the women at first were kind of bummed about how they didn't really like Sigourney Weaver's portrayal of Ripley because they were comparing it to like Jane Fonda of the time. And so it was like very progressive and very, forward thinking and just not heard of yet.
Yeah.
So,
it's awesome.
and number 5, last but not least, this alien is the best designed alien of all time, second only to probably the Predator. All hail H.R. Geiger. So can you name a better alien design?
Dude, I mean, we have the entire world of Star Wars, so that's tough.
But
But like for a scary, like horror,
Oh, what's the movie with Amy Adams where the aliens speak in that circular language?
Arrival.
Arrival. Not as good as this, but definitely cool.
I just
as
thought
hell.
that was really cool because they were not like humanoid and like anyway. That comes to mind for me.
I just think with the sheer creative, it came from this, and H.R. Geiger talks about it a lot, that this haunted his nightmares, this creature, and it was born out of this weird, out of nothing. There was nothing to draw it on. It was just brand new. And then the other thing that I
he
think
definitely drew on some stuff called dicks, bro.
well,
Like for sure.
lots of is here as a penis, here over
Dude.
here vagina, here penis.
Yeah,
So yeah, if you watch the documentary, watching him work is creepy.
it is.
But I think another thing that adds another layer to this alien is we get to see in the space of this movie and the next one, spoiler alert, the like stages, almost like a worm or like a butterfly. We get to see its stages of life, from the weird egg to the face hugger to how it impregnates the host, and then how the host germinates and it comes out and then it grows, and then the queen and the reproduction.
Larva, pupa.
It's insane. Like, no, you don't get to
Yeah.
see that with even like what's the show, Starship Troopers. You don't get to see those. You get to see different versions of them, kind of like ants, but
No,
it's not as cool as
no.
this. I can't
No.
think of anyone. So tweet me if you think I'm wrong, but I'm not.
I mean, I think some of the like Pan's Labyrinth, the Del Toro. I mean, his designs are pretty weird and cool.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of got a similarity to Geiger, I think.
Yeah.
In addition, speaking of Geiger, anyone who's into these movies should probably watch the Jodorowsky's Dune documentary.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Just
we're gonna
plug
talk
that
a little
real
bit
quick.
more about that too,
It's
because
beautiful.
it's amazing how this movie got made because of how cool that movie was going to be. So,
So sad.
well, folks, find out even more trivia, more stats. Join us next week for part 2 of our review and breakdown. See you guys next week.